Greetings, friends and followers. This is Nurses Talking. I am Dale Barzy. As always, if you like what you see and hear, subscribe, leave us a comment, and let us know what you think. Here on Nurses Talking, we speak to nurses anywhere in the world and at any stage in their nursing journey. And today I am very, very pleased to welcome Agnes Adejumobi out of Nigeria. Agnes is a registered nurse. She's a creative writer, a health information writer. She's a volunteer. Welcome, Agnes.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Go ahead. You were saying?
I said it's a pleasure to be here.
Okay. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure also. Agnes, I really do appreciate you doing this. But the first thing I want to know is, why are you a nurse? What brought you to nursing?
The story is a quite funny one. Actually, I've always wanted to be a doctor. But funnily, I don't know when. Okay, the thing is, my first choice of institution, I was not accepted to study medicine and surgery because I did not meet the cutoff. So my second option, I would have picked medicine, but during the time that I was not given admission, I had a change of mind because I always thought doctors were superior to nurses, and I definitely want to be the superior one. Why will I be lower? So I felt like I did not have the right clarity to go into medicine for that singular reason. So that is why I just said, okay, I will pick nursing. And that's the story.
So there were no family members or anybody like that who was in healthcare. Okay.
No, at all. I'm the first in my entire family.
Okay. All right. How does that feel, actually?
It's a lot. But it's like a pleasing feeling you get. It's a lot. But I like it. Not too much.
I get that. So, having gotten into nursing, what were the challenges for you?
The challenges for me, especially as a student in a public university in Nigeria, it was first the finances. It was not really about the reading aspect. I know myself. I'm hardworking. I deserve my flowers, but the finances were something that it was challenging. But God was faithful. That's a summary.
Okay. All right. So
that's all I can say.
So how long have you been a nurse now?
Now, since I wrote my licensing exam in 2022, so that's this is the second year.
This is your second year, and in that time, what areas have you worked in?
What I've not really been, okay. The only thing I would say is midwifery and public health nursing, because it was compulsory for my other professional exams in school. So those are the major parts of nursing that I've worked in after my license exam.
What draws you then? What areas do you think you like to specialize in or be most active in?
Actually, I still have a couple of options, but what I'm really interested in will be perioperative nursing, then anesthetic. Those are my options for now.
Okay. All right. So you are a recent student, and now transitioning into the workforce. Is there anything that you think you would have liked to see or be introduced to as a student that was not included in your curriculum now that you're working?
I'm not sure, but what I would say is, actually, as students, something I think, especially, I think it's a general thing in Nigeria, we need to understand that some things we are not taught in class, we actually need them for real life experiences. It's not everything that we are taught that we need, and we are not being taught everything that we need. There are a lot actually, but I can't really pinpoint them at the moment. I can't really mention them.
Yeah. I think that that's a common thread that I'm finding as I speak to nurses, is that there are some things that they wish that had been included, as you said, real life experiences that had been included in their education, especially as we are dealing with a profession that is all about real life experiences.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, well, typically I ask people what they think they'd like to see change about nursing life. I'm not sure if you have been a nurse long enough, but in any case, even if you haven't, is there anything you think you'd like to see change in the way nurses are viewed or expected to function or anything like that?
Okay. I think there are two major things. The aspect that I would really love to see a change. And the first one is like nurses are like I don't know if it is everywhere actually, but where I've worked, I feel like nurses are always being seen as a like the lesser practitioners in the world. Like I feel like we should be heard to. Our opinions matter in the care of patients. Yes, we may not be the one that diagnose patients and all, but our opinions also matter. And then another thing is that I feel like we need to be more respected. It's also in the same, we need more respect. We are also human beings. We are human beings first before we are practitioners. We don't need to carry all the dump. Everybody just drops it on us as if, why? Because we are nurses and we need to do everything for the patients. We need to obey the doctors. We need to help the patient and everything. So those, and then as okay, this is not really, but it's for Nigeria. I just feel like we'll be more appreciated for the care we render. We'll be more respected for who we are, and the profession as a whole will be like the way people view us will change. They will know that these people too are human beings, and then I have to like respect them and accord them the same respect I would love to be accorded.
Yeah. You have actually just articulated one of the goals of this channel, because that's one of the reasons that I started to do this, is that I really want people to see, I want people who use our services, the people that we serve, to see us as professionals, to understand that when a nurse comes to you, with a whole lot of stuff, a lot of education, a lot of experience, a lot of the word I'm looking for right now, assessment skills, a lot of skills that are not necessarily quite obvious to you, because what you see mostly, or what a person sees mostly, is the task that we're completing, not understanding that the task that you're completing actually is buoyed up by a whole lot of background stuff.
Exactly. That's just it.
Yeah. And I think that if they saw that, they would actually see us differently. But we're gonna make sure they see it. We're gonna make sure they see it. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, you write, and you write in two genres. You're a storyteller, you're a creative writer, and you're a health information writer. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. So let's start with the storytelling. Did you always write?
Yeah, should I say yes? Okay, let me tell you a backstory. When I was very little, there was this cousin of mine who was just like teaching children in our surroundings. I would write stories, I would design a cover, then I would sell for her. And that's where it all started. When I got to secondary school, I began to participate in competitions, writing competitions, write articles, and everybody knew, okay, this girl can write. Actually, when I started studying nursing, I left it for the first like 2-3 years. It was later that, okay, I knew I was settled and I'm clear on what I'm doing in nursing, that I now started again. So yes, I can say I've always been writing.
Excellent. So have you published?
Yeah, should I say yes, about 2 times? Yes.
Okay. Awesome, 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 awesome. And now you do also health information,
Yes.
right? And this is freelance?
Yes.
Excellent, 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 excellent. So what though, what audience are you targeting with your health information writing?
It's my health information writing. For now, I'm still trying to niche it down. And I think whenever I'm niching that, it will actually be on women's health. But I want to be clear on that before I niche down anything. So for now is the general adult.
Okay, okay. So it's quite general right now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So question. What is your vision then? Now, especially as a writer and as a nurse, we're encountering a lot of technology brought into those two areas. How's technology influenced the way nursing practice in your area?
In my area, there's nothing more to talk about, as you might know. There's nothing, I can't say probably my own location for now, but I've not seen any aspect that I can say, okay, technology is taking over, except the normal thing that a machine is supposed to do. There is nothing really to talk about.
Okay, so what would you like to see?
I would love to see us to practicing and knowing that, okay, the technology can actually influence our professions, because to be serious and to be candid, I've not seen it in anywhere. Like I said, I don't know. It might be my own location, but I've not seen the impact or the influence of technology, maybe positively or negatively. I have not experienced it. And I don't think anybody here can say they have experienced it. Probably if you have traveled out or you have gone to other locations, you might have. But I want to know what, like, maybe it keeps you on your toes or you get. I just want to know how it works.
Well, you know what? It gives you one of the things that I know is that in some instances, for example, when you're talking about technology, we're talking about electronic medical records, for example, and it gives you an opportunity to document stuff like in real time and an opportunity to share stuff in real time. Which to me
read
is
about
awesome.
that.
I'm sorry?
I said I've only read about that. I've not
Yeah.
experienced it.
Yeah. So I hope that gets to you soon, because I think that for me, that from the patient's point of view, that's a really good thing, that it's all there in pretty much in real time. What advice, you're a recent student, you're a recent graduate, what advice would you give to somebody who wants to be a nurse?
Somebody who wants to be a nurse, I would say you have to find your why first. You have to know this is my purpose. This is why I want to do nursing. Because in this area, in this part of the world, we have been built to believe that you have to study a professional course like nursing, medicine, and others for you to succeed. It's not always like that. We see people studying other courses that are not like nursing and they still succeed. So you have to know this is why you want to go into it, and not necessarily because people are saying it is a professional course, it will definitely pay off. Know what you want, know your why. Every other thing will come after that. That's all.
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. And this is why I start off every single time I have one of these conversations. The first question I always ask is why. And that's because I really want to, sometimes as we go along, I think we forget why. And I really want us to remind it of why. So what would you say though, is an essential quality? If you had to tell me in one word, what would you say is an essential quality of a nurse? What would that be to you?
An essential quality of nurse. Tenacity.
Tenacity. I think that's the first time I've had that one. Mm-hmm. Okay. Why you say tenacity?
Because personally, as a student, when I was still a student, there are some instances and some personal experiences that I felt like if it happened to someone else, the person would have probably considered just dropping out or not studying nursing again. So you have to, like, it's part of knowing your mind. You have to know that this thing I'm doing, I will stay true. So that you have to persevere, be consistent, talk about strength and everything. You have to be tenacious.
Yes. So one of the things that I know that happens as nurses is that we take care of everybody else, and probably that's what motivates us to be nurses in the first place. We take care of everybody else, and very often to the detriment of our own selves. We leave ourselves out of the equation. And so my question to you is, what does self-care mean to you? What do you do to care for you?
Self-care, what do I do to care for me? First and foremost, eating well tops the list for me. Eating well tops the list. And we can talk seeing a movie and sleeping as long as I want it. Sleeping as long as my body needs it. That's self-care to me.
Okay. Good. I mean, those are basic tenets of actually keeping yourself going. You know, paying attention to what you eat, how you eat, rest, and keeping yourself going. So, Agnes, before we go, is there any last word you'd like to leave us with?
Any last word I would love to leave you with? For other nurses, I will just say, like, self-care. Most times, it's something that has happened to me too, actually. Most times I want to, like, okay, know that everybody is good, everybody is okay. But most times I neglect myself, or probably most times there's nobody to ask after me, like, ask how really I am doing. So I would love to say we should be, like, more expressive with our own feelings too. We should let other people know that this is how we feel. This is how we feel. This is how we feel towards them. This is how we feel when they treat us like this. We should just be expressive so that people will know how to treat us better too. Like we treat them better, they will know how to treat us too.
Good one. Yeah. Thank you for that, because that's very true, actually. As you were saying it, I was thinking you're so correct. We talk a lot about how we care for ourselves and stuff like that, but expressing how we feel doesn't often come up. So thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Agnes, thank you. I really enjoyed having this conversation with you. Thank you for taking the time.
My pleasure.
Okay.